Now, this is the only problem in life. I don't think this camera's working properly. Because I want to look handsome. Right. So, up. We have phone, dodgy battery pack, and laptop. And small batteries charging. Right, and this has to be so short and sweet. It literally is a case of, I've got one car battery, it's got an hour left on it, and another one in the engine compartment for safekeeping that's fully charged. Now, having been screwed around so rudely as usual by money from off, I wouldn't have it any other way. All that matters, this is living in the moment. Right. I have power such that I now have the money to get the engine fixed. This, but that'll take several weeks probably. Who knows? Who knows? All that matters is I have the power to try one last weekend of communication. Having encountered a couple of times the rather wonderful Lorna, you see, you forget your story. These people with the towny psychodramas, you forget your own story. My own story is that 15 miles up there in the hills, right high in the hills, I spent 3 months, most of the time in a truly beautiful location at 1,500 feet, doing work I really enjoyed for stretches of 3 or 4 days at a time, and then I'd spend a day or two meandering off to be in phone signal and some socialisation. But because this is Britain, the lady owner of the land, so dangerous, lies about her age, 65, cannot deal with the fact that she has seriously lost her looks. Cannot deal with her mortality. I think she thought she was going to be having me go into her bed. No thank you. Apart from anything else, nothing in common. A stressed out person who watches television all day, despite living in the most beautiful place way up in the hills. Anyway, forget her. I mean, you meet people, or I meet people like that. They don't count. You just do a fair day's work for them. Full stop. It's got to be fair. But people like her, they're all over the place. Will make up anything. So, 3 months ago, I say to myself, I have to have a sidekick, an equal, a compañera. Can't be a man, because she's got such problems with men. Yeah, after a month or two being around her, you discover her behaviour is so erratic. And then all she does is use words like gaslight, gaslight. Everybody's gaslighting me. Really? You live up in the hills, though, love, in a very remote place. Why don't you just enjoy your hills? No. Anyway, so, my story. I just wished to be somewhere where I would encounter people and have internet signal so that I can try and encourage somebody to up that situation there. It's the paradise. if I had somebody kicking along with me there, doing a bit of work with me. Just when you build fences like this, it's helpful if you've got somebody to hold the rails when you're whacking them all in or screwing them in. But no, but that's my story. My story is a uniquely positive situation up there, and I wanted to see if I could find somebody who would go along with the kind of, you have to push people like her back by a couple of people presenting to her. I mean, this is just classic bullying. Sad little bully woman who then spends her life complaining that everybody else is bullying her. No, lethal. Sitting on 750 grand's worth of beautiful land, some extremely expensive horses, which she can't deal with anymore. And nobody will go up and spend any time with her. Not even her own daughter. There we go. Nothing to do with me. The daughter thing won't live there. Right. See, then my story is looking for the positive in that situation. Fabulous place. I could have found somebody to be alongside with me. Then that aggressor person with all her, they back off, and then you just do the look after the place, look after the animals, and get the place ticking over. But as a man alone in Britain, you cannot be alone with women like that. You can't even be alone in the same square mile. There has to be a witness. As half a dozen middle-aged, good burger women I've encountered will concur. False allegations in this country. It's just disgusting the way people are. Which is why I want to just go and live in the hills. Anyway, a woman's been coming here who, she knows the property, likes nags. Possible. Even if we'd have to fake being a loose couple. I'd do that, to be back there. And she understands how it's impossible to get land now. Anyway, there we go. But I'm completely happy, totally and utterly. And Zen is, these fuckers, they so are in love with them. They're like a cult who own a big property up there that I've been looking after. I haven't even got the manners to answer an email. So do you want me to come back? I mean, this is what it's like, even here. But guess what? I needed this weekend. Totally. They don't exist. I've charged my batteries up with their electricity, and I can have a last weekend of attempting to communicate. That's that.